Greetings, YouTube. Last weekend, I had an opportunity to see the film Red Notice with Gal Gadot, Dwayne Johnson, and Ryan Reynolds. Now, I'm a big Dwayne Johnson fan and a big Ryan Reynolds fan. I really enjoy Ryan Reynolds' shtick. But the chemistry between Ryan Reynolds and Dwayne Johnson just didn't click. Um, he and Reynolds seemed a little bit forced, which says saying something because his shtick is being so much over the top. But yeah, it just didn't work. Gal Gadot is stunningly beautiful. She's about as expressive as my owl bear here. Um, and she's pro-genocide, so I'm not a big Gal Gadot fan. So overall, the film didn't really land for me. But in the film, they find a vault. Spoilers, they find a vault. And one of the things they find in a vault is a classic car. A car made, I believe, in 1925, I think it was. Um, but it's supposed to be like one of the most rarest vehicles in the world. Um, it's like, I guess in the real world, there's like three of them left. So they find one. They're like, it's the fourth one. I could make $25 million selling this kind of shtick. Um, and it's a convertible classic. It's beautiful. I have no idea. I didn't do any research, so I actually don't know if what the car was that they used, but it was very attractive. Um, and in the film, they hop into the car, which has been in this vault since 1945, and they turn the engine over. They have to use a crank because it's an old car. It's got a hand crank. Um, and then they drive away. And that particular trope drives me crazy. It's not the first time I've seen it, where someone comes upon a vehicle that has been in storage for a while, and they hop in the vehicle, and then they toddle on to their next destination. It doesn't work that way. Boy, does it not work that way. I don't, I don't think most people understand how machines work. First of all four of those tires are going to be completely flat. Since it's a car that was at best using tires made in the 1940s, those tires are going to be rotted as well. They're not made of the same types of rubber that we have today. But even tires of today, if you were to store them for that long, the rims on the tires, the steel rims, would destroy the tires after they went flat. And they will go flat, even if they were solid rubber. And there are solid rubber tires in the world. Excuse me, I just woke up. Those tires would still be absolutely useless for driving. And that's the same thing that's going to be true for all of the hoses and gaskets in the vehicle. They're all going to be shot. None of them are going to work. Um, because most of the gaskets you're looking at are going to be made out of rubber. You might even find, in some cases, in some older machines, ones made out of high-density paper or even leather. They would actually use oil-soaked leather to make some kind of gaskets in vehicles and in engine in internal combustion engines and steam engines, things like that occasionally. Because it was readily available, the components, leather and oil, so you could make that. They are worth longest lasting things, but if you had nothing else, it would work. Um, but then there's the problem of the fuel in that internal combustion engine. Gasoline stores for about 3 years. You can chemically treat it to get it to last longer, but if you don't chemically treat it, it isn't going to last more than 3 years. It is essentially going to return to its natural state of being crude oil, and you would have to flush out the entire system of all of the gas inside that internal combustion engine, clean it thoroughly, get all the oil out completely, clean all of it out, replace all the gaskets, replace all the hoses, everything to get that engine to ever work again. Now, I'm not saying you couldn't, and I'm not saying that an engine of that era wouldn't still be incredibly valuable, because it would. Um, but you just can't hop in a vehicle, turn the engine over or crank it over, and drive away. It is a lump of metal at that point in time. It may be pretty metal. It's a lump of metal. And I have seen this trope in films so many times, and every time it irritates me a little bit more. Yes, gasoline doesn't last forever. Hoses and gaskets don't last forever. Tires don't last forever. None of it does. Even if you are in a perfectly climate-controlled environment, and this particular vault was not. So yeah, I don't know if that kind of thing bugs anybody else. I think a lot of people just do the hand wavy thing and accept it, but it bothers me. Partly because I work with machines every day. I work in manufacturing, and I see how much time and effort you have to use to keep a machine running that runs every day. Machines that are never down for more than 3 or 4 days at a shot. And if they're down for 4 days because of a long weekend, there's a very good chance that machine isn't going to work when you go to run it. Just 4 days. So, after 100, you're going to have to do some major work. After 200, you may have to start rebuilding things. All right. So yeah, there are things that you're just going to not have work because they didn't operate for a period of time. But even one of the ones that operate every single damn day, maybe you're down 1 day a week, still need constant and unending tending. You have to replace things. They leak. Things fail. Switches don't work. Rails come out of alignment. Nuts and bolts come loose. The other day I saw a gate on a machine. It was supposed to just go up and down. That's all this damn thing does. And it went, and then it didn't go down anymore. And that was a gate that had been used all day long. And it just decided, nope, well, I'm done. So yeah, the whole hopping in a car that's been sitting around forever, or a motorcycle or whatever have you, drives the crap out of me. Just bugs the crap out of me. I hate it. So let's talk about motor vehicle tropes that we don't like. Um, Maybe some of you smart folk can come up with some clever ones.